So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. This is Rochelle Wilhite. We've got some fun tips. These are two ladies that I've been using in my own personal business to open up escrow and to get a free home warranty. And the home warranty, I am loving Janet's home warranty and the service that we're getting out of Old Republic. So I'm going to turn the time over to them. They have a presentation that they'll go over so they can kind of explain the details on how you access these free resources. But I am loving the service and the cooperation and just what these two ladies have been able to do in my busy life right now. So I'm glad you guys could join us. Go ahead and take it away, Wendy and Janet.
Thank you, Rochelle. So I'm Wendy Gerber with In-House Escrow. I'm going to start off the presentation. Janet will chime in on anything that I'm presenting about the warranty, and then Janet will take over and discuss her portion of the free services that we were offering in conjunction with working together. As I said, I'm with In-House Escrow. We are a local independent escrow company. The reason it's important to differentiate, we are one of the largest independent escrow company in the state of Washington. We're independent, meaning that we are partnered with a title company, but we are separate. And we have that so that we are able to offer a free home warranty. We are governed under the financial administration versus the insurance commissioner because home warranties are considered an insurance product. So insurance or title companies are not able to provide a home warranty free of charge. And so that is why we are separate. We do have a partnership with a title company in King, Pierce, and Snohomish County that are able to, that we have a dedicated team. They'll be able to get your listing package within 2 hours so that you're able to get your listing up. If you're representing the buyer, the benefit of having a separate escrow company is you're still able to provide that complimentary home warranty and keep title where it's at because we can partner with any title company in the state of Washington. So just as a caveat of kind of what the free tools we have available. We are insured with CRESS, which is a errors and omissions policy. They have partnered with Old Republic. So not only can we provide that free home warranty, but it's upgraded as well with a few other perks. One of the perks, which again, more complimentary services on every purchase and sale transaction. The first benefit is a seller's E&O coverage. As we're aware with the buyer broker agreement now that, has come into play, there's a lot of scrutiny over what agents provide as an added value for their clients. So these are some great touch points, whether you're representing the seller or the buyer. For the seller, we have the seller's E&O coverage. It covers claims up to $50,000, which will help provide coverage for the seller for 180 days. The agent would have claims paid out under this coverage that would be not applied to the company's E&O coverage, which is a nice added layer of coverage as well. Listings. So for listings, only agents that have the CRESS coverage themselves or work with In-House Escrow are able to offer this benefit. So you're gonna have you stand apart from other agents when you're offering this service. And again, this is free of charge for yourself and for your sellers. This is a copy of the seller's protection plan. So if you're going into a listing presentation, you can bring a copy of this. I have it digitally. You can call me. I can email it to you as well. It's not a problem. You would bring this and you don't have to do anything for the coverage to take place. We will automatically place the order for you. But they have this as kind of proof of their certificate that you would be providing. The next is building permit history reports. This is again another free service. So these stats are that 1 out of every 5 claims is related to permit issues. So if you're representing the buyer, you can show them the permits that have been completed on the house. So here's a real life example. I had an agent call me a few weeks ago saying, I just took my client to a house. The tax record showed that the house had 2 bathrooms. We get there and there's 3 bathrooms. So I want to know if we're going to put an offer on this house, if that bathroom that was added has been permitted. So easy. Just give me a quick call, let me know the address, or shoot me a text or an email, and I can pull the report. It's in a PDF format and send that right on over to you. Again, with the scrutiny of what especially buyer's agents provide, this is a great added value. There's a lot of flips that are happening, and they could be an amateur flip where they purchased a house, they did a bunch of remodels to it, which you'd be able to tell by, let's say the house sold 6 months ago and it was sold for 500,000, and then they're turning around 6 months later and it's on the market for 800,000. You know, there was probably some significant remodeling done. So to be able to provide whether it's been permitted or not is a huge advantage to know that from a negotiating standpoint. We can also provide that for the seller, but we'd want you to ask for it just so that, again, because you would be disclosing that information if you're aware of the permits, because let's say the seller is the fourth in line on the house and they really don't know what's been permitted. If they want to know, that's an easy thing for us to provide. Again, it's another free report. It's pulled from, this is an example of what it looks like. So at the top here, you'll see the address of the property. The next is the timeline. It pulls from public records. It'll show you where it's pulling from. The only caveat is that the establishment that they've, like whatever city that the permits would be pulled from, the records need to be digitized. So it's pulling everything from digitized records. I have no control over the timeline. It's automatically populated. On the next pages, you'll see not only does it show permits that were actually pulled and completed, it will also show permits in the lighter gray, permits that had been pulled but then expired or they just never used them. So it's kind of nice to know that maybe they were planning on a project and then they stopped and didn't complete the project. It's always kind of good to know what the history is on the property. So this one had quite a few permits there, which is nice to be able to see. You see it goes back all the way to 1991. So it's a significant timeline. Lastly, you can show if you are providing this to your seller, you can have them sign it and you can include it in with the information on the when you're providing all your documents so that the buyer's aware, and it helps reduce their liability as well. The third component is again, the buyer receives not only so on any transaction, the buyer would receive a 1-year home warranty. If it's an owner occupied house, they would receive a 13-month standard home warranty. The reason for the difference is if the owner Crest coverage is providing that extra month. If the owner is not occupied there, they then would default back to the 12-month home warranty. It's the exact same warranty. It's just the length of the coverage. Crest wants to make sure that the person that if they're going to provide that added value, that the seller will have been there the entire time to know the ins and outs of the house if they're actually providing extra coverage for them. The warranty, which I'm not a warranty rep, Janet is, and she can talk to what the warranty covers. But what's nice, some added benefits, it provides peace of mind for both the buyer and the seller. And as stated, in any given year, about 68% chance that a system will fail during that first year. I don't know why there's bees on this, I'm sorry, on that slide. And a home warranty is used on average 2 times per year. There's also a rekey for the buyer, which is another thing to highlight for the buyer so that they're aware that they can rekey their house just for the standard trade fee. When working with in-house escrow, again, we want to make it as simple and easy for you. It's just one phone call or email to either, if you're again representing the buyer, it would just upon mutual, you would have them switch escrow to in-house escrow, and that will provide seller's coverage for the seller during the transaction time. And then for the buyer, they would receive that home warranty. If you're using it, if you're starting off for the seller doing the listing and you're representing the seller, you would just give us a call. We would open an order title for you. We'd order escrow as well as getting the home warranty ordered for you. So it's no extra calls, again, as we try to be a one-stop shop and really easy to work with. Looks like we might have a question here. Oh, how do you get the rekey ordered? I will let Janet get that. We're going to switch over and have Janet take over on that. She can answer the question on rekey and how to order that. And if anyone has any questions, please just put that in the chat. We'll leave it open for questions at the end of the presentation as well. So Janet, if you want to take over.
Could you move it back one, please? We go. There's a few things that I wanted to talk, but first of all, Rochelle, the best way for somebody to order the rekey, which is a huge benefit to the home buyer, there's a number on the back of the brochure, and you call that number and just request a service for a rekey, and then we will contact our contractor and they will get together with the homeowner and schedule that appointment to have and it's not a whole new doorknob. It's just the rekey. The beads will be rekeyed, and then you get up to 6 keys for the locks and for the house. Another thing I wanted to go back on, it says in a given year, there's a 68% chance of a system or appliance failure. Yeah, and the reason why is that those systems and appliances are going to be used differently by a new homeowner. You might have a homeowner that, does laundry once a week, and all of a sudden a new homeowner comes in, they've got a baby and they're doing laundry every day, and the hot water tank is used differently, the wash machine is used differently. So it makes kind of sense, they might want the heat on higher than the other person, the seller had. And so they are going to, your heater is going to be run differently. And those are the reasons why. And it's generally in that 68% chance, it's usually in the first 90 days. So a home warranty really helps take away the nervousness to a home buyer when it's the biggest purchase in their life, whether they're your first time or a second time. Generally you're upgrading and your house is more expensive, and so yeah, it is a real peace of mind. Okay, so what do we have next? So home sellers warranty coverage. So we have seller's protection, and there's no charge for that to anybody that is purchasing the home warranty. The seller's coverage is the same coverage as our silver plan, minus the heating system, the ductwork, and the rekey. For an additional $70, you can get the ductwork and the heater included in that. So as the seller has a house listed, it has to be a live listing. If there were an appliance or a system to go wrong, we will go in there and we will fix it. The agent or the homeowner just needs to call in, give them their address or plan number, set up an appointment to have a diagnosis and see what the problem is. What's wonderful is that if that house doesn't sell and the plan was used, we will eat that money. If nobody purchased that house, this isn't paid for until closing. So if it doesn't sell, we eat the money. But the important thing to know is that if you're going to use seller's coverage and the house goes live and you put a home warranty on that, it is within good faith that you intend or somebody will pay for that warranty. We've had times where people are just putting home warranty seller's coverage on it, and then at close it's buyer refused the warranty. We're governed by the insurance commission, and if this becomes a pattern, that is in their eyes considered insurance fraud. And we all want to stay compliant. And this is something that people aren't 100% sure of, but that's also a way that we can kind of protect ourselves. We don't want somebody putting a home warranty on with seller's coverage just because they, might even know that there's something wrong or that something could go wrong, and have that taken care of. And then at the end, it's too simple to click on, why was this not used through completion? So those are things to be very careful about. If you're going to choose to use a seller's coverage, it is designed that someone will be actually paying for that, whether it's the real estate agent, the seller, or the buyer at the closing of the deal.
But again, if you're using in-house escrow, we will be ordering the home warranty for you and we will be paying for it at closing. So there's no cost to the seller, the buyer, or the agent. It's all incurred by in-house escrow, and will actually show it on the settlement statement that you would review. It will, normally you'll have one column that shows all the costs to whoever party you're working with. And on the opposite column, it'll say POC, which is paid for outside of closing, and it'll show the home warranty there, and it will show that it's paid for by in-house escrow. So there's no cost if you use in-house escrow for your transaction.
And this is the perfect way of utilizing seller's coverage and not having to worry about any problems. Okay. And then, of course, and when you have the seller's coverage, once the buyer closes, the home warranty will go over to the buyer, whether it's the Crest 13-month or the regular 12-month plan. Okay, next. So protecting your home while it's on the market. There are some benefits, and I think it helps distinguish the home and the agent. So when you're going in and you're trying to market yourself and earn that listing, we do have, and I know that in-house escrow also provides sign writers, but we do have sign writers also that says Old Republic Home Protect. This home is protected by a home warranty. I think it helps sell the house faster. In some markets, if there are houses next door to each other or in the same block, I think most people are going to say, gosh, if this house is protected, I kind of want to have that home warranty. It really does add some value. So it distinguishes your home from similar listings. It saves money on covered repairs and replacements. Obviously, we've already kind of talked about that. So as a new home owner, when you go in, it is a great budgeting plan. And I'm not going to say that a home warranty is designed to pay 100% of everything. It is not. Just like auto insurance or medical insurance, it is to help budget and reduce the costs. In some cases, it will be covered 100%, depending on what plan you purchase and depending what the situation is. But it is considered a budgeting tool for the homeowner. And then it also takes the guesswork out of trying to find somebody that you trust. In some cases, yes, we do end up having to have you go look for your own person if we don't have somebody available fast enough, or in some areas, especially in my territory, and I work clear up through Blaine, there may not be a whole lot of service providers. And so we will ask if you would, be able to find your own. But in most cases, we do have technicians and we can get them out there. And it is just a phone call away. It's, the number's on the back of the brochure. You call in and you just say, hey, I need somebody to come out here. And we do prioritize the important, like, this time of year and your heater goes out, you are a priority versus, in the summer, if you notice that your furnace isn't working, it's not going to be a high priority. Air conditioning is going to be a high priority. So, and it's just that peace of mind that you do have some budget control and protection for your home repairs. So we at Old Republic also do have our customized marketing tools for you guys to use also. All of these things are you can either have them created and go have them printed, but they're already designed for you. We have just listed signs, just sold signs. As you can see, the door hangers, I don't know, some markets, it's really important that we just continue to expose ourselves any way we can. There's a whole list of marketing tools that are available for free to you. And the next slide is going to discuss the toolbox. This is where all of our marketing supplies are available to you. You can go into www.orhp.com and sign up for the toolbox. This will get you into all of these. I love the calendars. Those are the best. And I bring these to offices and they're so excited about them at the beginning of the year. And you can have that done with all your information on it and send it to your past clients. You know, we're always looking for reasons to stay in front of our past clients so that they remember you when they have somebody that they know or a family member that's looking to buy or sell. And so we help give you some ideas that you can regularly stay in front of your clients. The toolbox also gives you an option to get email notifications on your past clients' birthdays, their anniversary, 1 year anniversary in their house, all different kinds of information. It'll also give you a beautiful email letting you know how much was spent on the home warranty by the home buyer. You can have these options to have these emails sent to you. So that's a really nice, easy way to be reminded and not having to, you know, go into your CRM and spend all the time putting all that reminder information in. We'll just email you when you have a 1 year anniversary or birthday. And this is all done in our toolbox. You can also order your plans in there, and it is very simple. It takes less than 5 minutes to sign up for the toolbox, and it will give you a plethora of fun things to look at and ways to stay in touch. I think that might be the last slide. So with that, I'm just saying that thank you guys all for your time today.
Yeah,
and for joining us.
Yeah, and to reiterate, as Janet states, the importance of having that home warranty can not only differentiate yourself as the house on the market that has that home warranty. Again, if you're looking at two cars and one has a warranty and one doesn't, you're probably going to go for the one that has the warranty. So it does help you stand apart. I do get questions asked quite a bit on how to promote it. You can either, we have sign writers as well. With our sign writers, they do say when using in-house escrow, so it does help alleviate any stress on if the house, let's just say the buyer had an escrow, their sister was an escrow and they wanted to change escrow, you're not stuck. You don't have to say that you're going to pay for the home warranty at that point. Then it would be the buyer's responsibility. So that if they change the escrow company. With in-house escrow, we try to make it as simple as possible on ordering so that I work directly with Janet. We have a very good relationship and rapport. We place the orders with her directly. So you're getting the same warranty, the same level of service through Janet. The difference is if you work with us, we will place the order for you. Again, we'll open title for you and escrow. And then if you're representing the buyer and you still would like that home warranty, know that it will cover the seller still. If we have never heard from you and you all of a sudden went mutual and you're representing the buyer, you would just send us the contract, switch out the escrow, and then your buyer would get that free home warranty and the seller would still get the coverage during that transaction time frame. Because think about that. Once it goes mutual, you still have probably 30 days. If that water heater goes out, it's still within that time frame that the seller would have coverage. And it also helps with the inspection, reducing inspection, not necessarily the cost, but alleviate that for the buyer so that if the let's say the the heater, why am I blanking on the name? The furnace. Wow. If the furnace was, like 15 years old, but the inspection is showing it's perfectly fine, it still gives that reassurance to the buyer that, okay, if something does happen, I have that home warranty to cover it. And it's all free of charge working with us. So if anyone has any questions, you can either unmute and ask or put it in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead and unmute if you guys want to ask a question. It was a great presentation that you guys did. I do have a question for you, Wendy. I've used the whole in-house process over the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And even with the recent challenges that we've had with some of the other title and escrow companies over November and December, there's some big companies that had challenges. I think the biggest question that's out there right now, in at least a real estate broker's mind, is what is the process like? I mean, if something goes down or, some system gets offline, I know in-house escrow, what's the process, I guess, from start to finish? Can you walk us through like the ideal process of if I was going to use in-house escrow, what I would do, and walk me through how that would work?
Okay, so if you're, let's say it's a property that's in King Pierce or Snohomish County and you're wanting to use both us with our title partner, you would either email me directly or give me a call or Team Justine. But it's easiest probably just to go through me just to make sure that you have my information right there and I can answer any questions. They would provide me with the address of the property, when the listing would go live. And that's important to know because when we're ordering the home warranty, we want to make sure that they get that seller's coverage the day it goes on the market. We can place the order and have it on hold, but it won't actually go live until the day of the listing. And really that's the only information. And then we need the seller's name so that the coverage would be under their name. We'll handle the rest from there. Once we have that information and your permission, we would open the pre-listing. We would contact Priority Title. They would we would email them the order. They would provide within 2 business hours your pre-listing package. So you'd have your legal description and everything you need to be able to get that listing up and live. And then within 48 hours, they would receive the preliminary title. 48 business hours. Obviously, if it's over a weekend, it would be the following week. They would have, if there's any specific title questions, you would just give us a call if you have any questions regarding the transaction, and we'll let you know if it's more of a title related question, we'll get you in contact with the appropriate person. We have a whole team from Priority Title. They that are dedicated for our staff, so we can quickly get answers for you. If there are things that need to be elevated, I work with the COO there, Dave Nadsum, and he's really great on answering the phone and making sure if there's any concerns that we can get whatever problem. If I know that you're saying that there's been issues over the last few months with other title companies, but because we have a dedicated team for us and we are a smaller escrow company, we can elevate things quickly to make sure that the appropriate parties can take over and make sure you get your answers your questions answered very quickly. So in terms of process, it would be just reaching out to me. We would get everything ordered for you. You'll be getting the confirmation from Old Republic that the warranty has been ordered. If you would like the building permit history report, again, that would be just an email or phone call to me. And
Okay.
I would get that sent to you. During the transaction, once mutuals received, Qualia is the software program that we use. The parties involved would receive an invitation to create, if they don't have one already, a Qualia Connect can't even
Login
speak.
password. That's
Login,
okay.
yes, thank you. I'm like, whoo, couldn't think of it. And so they create a Qualia account. It's free to use, but again, it stores your transactions permanently, so you can always refer back. But what it does is it tracks the process, the status on your transaction in real time.
That's the secure portal that you guys use, right? And I know other escrow companies use Qualia as well. So that login and password is the same login. Like say I have a Qualia already with another company, that would be the same login and password, right?
Yes, it would connect with the different, so yes, you can have different transactions from different title companies and it would all connect together, correct?
Okay.
But what's nice is with the prevalence of fraud, it's really important to use a secure portal. So that is the portal we use. When the transaction goes mutual, we will offer them to use our earnest money portal. We will send an email invitation to them. A welcome email, and we will also call the buyers to give them options. So if they aren't comfortable with using earnest money portal, which again is secure, then they can do a wire transfer, or they can also bring a cashier's check in.
Okay.
When it comes to signing, the seller would have the option of signing either remote online notary, which can be accessed from any secure internet connection from anywhere in the world, or they can, because you do not need a wet signature. That's why they're able to do it digitally. Or we can schedule a mobile notary if they want someone to come to them. Again, if they're on vacation, we can schedule something in Florida, wherever they're at. or they have the option of coming into the office as well. For buyers, we do need a wet signature. So we would either coordinate a mobile notary, which again, about 95% of our clients use mobile notaries with the traffic and everything. No one wants to leave their home anymore. So everyone likes to utilize mobile notaries, or they can come into the office as well.
Okay, so even the outlying areas, you guys are able, I know you said King, Pierce, Snohomish, but we have agents all over the state of Washington. So with the way we've set this up, I don't think there's any issue with ordering. We might have to order title with a different title company, right? But
yeah, so we're licensed in the whole state of Washington. With our title partner, Priority Title, they're licensed in King, Pierce, Snohomish, and Spokane County. We have physical offices in Spokane and in Federal Way, but we can close any deal with any title company in the state of Washington. So again, if you're representing the buyer and you don't want to move title, that's totally fine. We will partner with any title company.
Okay, awesome. So then as far as the warranty is concerned, I can choose the warranty package at the time and I would just coordinate that with you, Wendy, as far as that goes. Okay.
Yes. So in-house escrow will pay for is it silver now? That's it's the standard level package.
Yep.
The buyer always has the option to upgrade that after closing, and they would just pay the difference. So let's just say the warranty's $350 and the next level is $450. They would just pay the $100 and they can pay for that outside of closing. Or if they tell us ahead of time, they can pay for it with closing costs.
Okay.
The buyer, seller, or agent could all upgrade it.
Mm-hmm.
Either during, how long on that, Janet? I mean, let's say I close and I'm like, dang it, I forgot to upgrade that, to have the refrigerator included or the air conditioning. Can I do that like the day after I close?
Yes. You have up to 30 days to make changes.
Okay, wonderful. Let's see. I've got a few more questions. Sorry, you guys. They've been
great.
floating around.
I love it. I do want to say one thing. I have in-house escrow not only makes your job easy, they really make my job easy too when it comes to the home warranty. So you definitely are in good hands.
Okay. Oh, the other question I had is, let's say I have I know there's a lot of people that will be listening to this recording as well. I have my favorite title person and I have been using her for years and I want to give her the title order, but I'm just not quite pleased with the escrow process. And in-house escrow has done a fabulous job of, getting the mobile and the RON and just the responsiveness. And then on top of that, the free home warranty. I mean, that's like a no-brainer, right? When you got that factored in. So can I use my own title person, like to order the title and then open up escrow with in-house?
Yes. And all you need to do, it's the same process for us. Just again, email me, give me a call with the information, and we will actually order the title for you as well. They prefer it that way just so that they know ahead of time that we'll be handling the escrow portion. So we do a pre-open on our escrow. We're not really doing anything in terms of the actual transaction at that time, but we will order title for you and you'll be working with the same title rep. And then we will have the escrow open and we'll order warranty for you as well. And there are times that you guys feel you would rather order title on your own. That's totally fine too. Just let us know who you're working with and we'll reach out to them. But to have less amount of phone calls you have to make or emails, you can just go straight through us.
Okay, perfect. And then another question just came into me. What if I need a net sheet? How do I go about doing that?
Yeah, so net sheet's really easy. Just give, so Justine Qualls is our local closer, and she can get you one momentarily. Just let us know. You can either reach out to me directly and I'll put you in contact with Justine. The other option, if you want to do one on your own with Qualia Connect, which is again a free thing, you can actually upload your own logo and you can create your own net sheet as well.
That's cool. I didn't know you guys had that. I'll have to go check it out. And then as far as any tools that in-house escrow has, is there like Old Republic has this link, this toolbox? How do I just put your name and phone number down and contact you if I need like the writers? Is that?
Oh, yeah. If you need sign writers, our sign writers from in-house escrow. There is some at the main office in Seattle, Best Choice.
Right.
And just like I had an agent just call me, I went to the Linwood office and I dropped some off there for her. So I send them out all the time. They are supplied at local sign companies as well.
Oh,
So
cool.
you can give them a call and they can install it.
So if I'm calling the sign company, I could just say, hey, I put up my sign, and then also please add the writer as well.
Yes.
And they'll go ahead and do that for me. So that will
Yes.
save me a trip.
Yes.
And then you guys cover Idaho as well.
Yes.
Janet, do you cover Idaho?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So there's no
We have a different representative there, an account executive there whose name is Spencer, and I can certainly so our account executives work under zip codes and where the license of the agent is held. So if there's somebody in Spokane that's licensed there, well, I don't know how Rochelle, I know most of your agents on this side of the mountains hold their license in the Seattle office, correct?
they're all over the place right now. At this point, we've got 9-10 offices. So at this point, our coverage area is wide. It goes all the way across the border in this North Idaho. But yes,
right.
they will be under. So Old Republic services all of the areas of all the counties.
Yes, we do. We just have to make sure that we get the right account executive. I can handle it. I can handle it all. I just have to make sure that where the agent's license is hung, that account executive gets the credit for that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and we'll if you're working with in-house escrow, we have a different team in Spokane. Kim Richardson's the head of that team, and so either one, I'm the main salesperson. So if you would like that building permit history report, you'd be giving me a call. If you have any questions, I'll put you in with the right person, right not loan officer, escrow officer.
Okay.
Rochelle, I know that Spencer and Kim have a really good working relationship over there as well.
Yeah.
Yes. No, you guys have it's dialed in from start to finish. I'm pretty impressed. And I don't think we've had any issues over the last, 6 months that I've been using you guys for, and I've tried out different options, like having title with a different company that I've used for years. I've tried the priority title and I've had no hiccups at all. In fact, one home warranty claim out of the 4 or 5 that I've ordered in the last 6 months. But I mean, Janet's not wrong. I mean, the moment they ordered that, the home warranty claim, we were going live on the market. I got the phone call from the warranty company, and he's like, the contractor's ready to go. Can you give me access to the house? I'm like, whoa. I would have taken me a week to find somebody that was available to go. And I think it was around Thanksgiving time. So it was very challenging. So we got that issue solved, and I look like a hero to the seller. She was amazed.
That is our goal, is to support you guys and help you not to have to stress and put so much effort in. And I also wanted to add, we do prioritize homes that are in contract. If there's an issue for the seller, we do prioritize that too, because we don't want to hold up closing over an issue, maintenance issue.
Yep. Awesome. Well, that's all my questions. Is there any questions from the group? Melanie, Jenny, Jan, Yina? I dominated the questions. Hangsha?
I don't have any questions. I wrote down a lot of notes. That's for sure.
Perfect.
Do you know
would you like us to put our contact information in the chat?
Yep, that would be great.
No, I don't have. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome. And Janet, what's the trade call fee right now?
The trade call fee is $100.
Okay.
So that would be for your diagnosis. And I do, on occasion, I do have some coupons for those who would like to try me out. I'm happy to send you a little coupon that you can give with the home warranty. You just have to let me know when in-house orders that. I'm not always aware until closing that it's been ordered. So you just have to let me know ahead of time, and I can send you a trade call coupon for your next order with in-house and home Old Republic.
Perfect. And then somebody else just chatted that they have used your door hangers. And so those door hangers, Janet, those are complimentary. They're free. You
Correct.
just drop them off. They just put their
I
business
do.
cards on them, right?
I do. I know Candace uses those a lot or has. And yes, I do
Yeah.
have some, and I will definitely swing by the office and drop some off. I'll bring a variety for you guys at the Seattle office if that's where would be
Yeah. I
convenient
mean,
for whoever asks.
when you think about the cost to actually produce those, that's something that you guys could save money on and use that money in other ways. Maybe you do kind of a broker's open and you pay for the treats and the, you know, that all of the stuff that you have for your open house, but then you do the door hangers with and put your business card on. That's great. So it's keeping the belt tight when it's tight times right now. I think that's great.
Well, and a great way to utilize leverage the home warranty as a closing gift. If you're using in-house escrow, it's obviously the home warranty is free to you. You can also, we send out a certificate at closing. We send it directly to the agent and to the buyer. But you can get it laminated for $2 at Kinko's. And then with a bottle of wine, it's a great closing gift. It reminds them what you're providing for them. Even if you're not paying for it, they're still getting that benefit, but you look like the rock star. And it's a great, again, touch point to see how they're going, you know, call them a few months, see if they've utilized the home warranty. Highlight the rekey benefit. I mean, it's a really great closing gift too.
Sweet.
And then go on.
Yeah, go ahead, Janet.
I just wanted to add too that, you know, if there are brokers opens, I'm happy to go and bring treats and be there to answer any home warranty questions at a broker's open or in a open house. If they just let me know in advance, I'm happy to participate in that. And
cool. Yeah, that's great. You live in Pierce County, right?
I do, but my whole territory is King County
all the
and
way
north.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, if I have enough notice, you know, like give me 4 days notice. If I don't have something planned, I'm happy to come out and bring some treats at the open house or brokers open. And yeah, it benefits me and it benefits you.
Yep. And we have, you guys, we have the trifolds that I sent out to all of you during the holidays. And our Best Choice Realty trifold says that ask your agent about warranty, a free home warranty. So this is how you access that is through in-house escrow. And with Janet, these two ladies have done a great job. So when your clients are asking about it, you might want to go ahead and order it up and get it going, because that's a huge benefit for us as we go into this year. That's all the questions that I have that came through in my chat. Unless there's anybody else, we could wrap it up.
Well, I appreciate everyone's time. Thank you so much. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all. Like I said, Jan and I work very closely together, and I can answer any question that you have. And if I don't know the answer, you know, I'm not the warranty rep, Janet is, but of course I know enough about it because we work with, I think we're the largest purchaser of home warranties in the state of Washington because we buy it with every transaction. So.
Super. I think we got a clean recording. So have a great day, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.